Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Christine. I will list all my socials down below. Now today we are going to be talking about something completely different that we've never discussed on my channel. We're going to be talking about ghosts or like apparitions, whatever you want to call it. So if you're interested in that subject, keep watching. If you aren't subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you here. I post different videos on different types of subjects. I have them listed in my channel so you can go through them. With that being said, we're gonna get it right along with the video. We're gonna do kind of like a little get ready with me while talking about ghosts. So if you're excited about this video, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so if my face does look a little bit red, per usual, I did extractions, I shaved my face. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will list the video of what I do, like kind of like a face prep before I put makeup on. I will list that video up here. Also, any products that I do use on this channel in this video, I will list down below just in case I don't mention it. I'm too much in the subject matter, whatever the situation. Everything I use today will be listed down below, but today, honestly, it wasn't going to be this type of video that I was going to post. I actually was going to post a video on relationships. But while I was prepping my face, I was sitting on my vanity, obviously in the mirror, and I was like deep in the mirror focused. But behind me, I swear I saw a face smiling at me. And I don't know, maybe it's because in my new house, my mother has come to visit. We have 3 floors in this house. So my mother has come to visit, and the 3rd floor obviously is mainly for my mother because she's the one that visits the most. But it's basically for whoever visits. They have like their own loft area, which is really awesome. So she mentioned when she first came here to visit that she feels like a ghost is here. And I was laughing at first because I'm like, haha, you're crazy, haha. But she noticed like a cigarette smell, and none of us here smoke cigarettes, but she notices like at night a cigarette smell, which is really weird. Obviously, I don't know the history of who lived here before. I don't even want to know, to be completely honest, but that's the situation. So she said she feels some type of like presence. My brother came to visit and he says the same thing. He said that he heard footsteps while he was staying here and he felt something. So I'm like, great. That's just great. So a little off subject, what I originally was getting to, the reason why I switched my subject matter of what I was going to post today is because I swear I saw a face, like, and I don't know if it's because mom is like giving me the heebie-jeebies and like creeping me out, talking about how there's a ghost here or presence here, but I'm not kidding you. Like, I saw it in my peripheral view, like literally somebody staring at me, and it just looked like a face, somebody staring at me and smiling. It didn't seem like evil in any type of way, but it just caught me off guard. Like, I almost had a heart attack sitting right here. So yeah, this is what we're talking about. And the weird thing is that Halloween is coming. So I don't know if that's a coincidence or what, but it's crazy. Did I always believe in ghosts? Yeah, I did. I always felt like, obviously, when someone dies, their spirit doesn't just go away. Do I think that all ghosts have some type of unresolved issue? No. Sometimes they can just appear, I think, just to appear. I don't know, whatever. My first encounter with a ghost, I had to be, I want to say, maybe 10, 11 years old. Now this is, keep in mind, this is what I remember. Like, this is what I remember to be my first time encountering a ghost. Maybe I saw a ghost when I was younger and I just don't remember. That's another topic of conversation. But yeah, so when I lived with my mother, obviously I have a brother, I mentioned to you. When I lived with my mother and my brother, it was just us 3. It was a 1-bedroom apartment, really cute apartment in the Bronx on the 5th floor. And I remember my brother always saying, and he was young, mind you, my brother is 5 years younger than I am. So he had to be like 4 years old, I want to say. He would say that he sees a man on top, sitting on top of the washing machine. Now, our washing machine was in the kitchen. So, you know, at first we're thinking, oh, maybe, you know, that's just his imagination. You know, we're not not thinking nothing of it, but he was so serious. Like every single time he would say it, he would say, Mom, like I see someone sitting on top of the washing machine. And she would just be like, oh no, you're fine. You know, maybe you're imagining things, whatever. Then I remember one day I started hearing dishes like rattling. Like if somebody was like almost like washing dishes, but not with the water, like where you could hear like dishes rattling, and no one was in the kitchen. Like absolutely no one. And it creeped me out. And I'm like, oh my God. I can't remember honestly if I was with someone in the house at the time, but I do remember that I swore up and down, like I heard it clear as day, and it was coming from our kitchen. It wasn't like it was the neighbor's kitchen. It was literally coming from our kitchen. Did I go to the kitchen to investigate? Hell no. Like I was not that crazy. Then, and this started happening like the dishes rattling. I would hear it, I want to say a few times a week, but I would never go to the kitchen. I was not about to go to the kitchen. So the way the house was set up, when you first walk into the front door, well, there was only one door because it was an apartment, but when you first walk into the door, you would see the kitchen, and then to your left is the living room, and then past the living room was like a tiny hall, like a little hallway. In that hallway on your left, you would see we had a big walk-in closet, like huge. And then on your right was the bathroom, and then straight ahead was the one bedroom. So just remember that layout of the house. So one night I was like trying to fall asleep, mind you, where me and my brother are in bunk beds, and I was on the bottom bunk. So if I was in the bedroom, I could literally look straight out to the living room. Like you can definitely see all the way to the back of the living room. The bunk bed is on this side, on the right, and then my mom's bed was on the left. And I'm laying down, and I had like my head like kind of out of the bed, and I'm just like laying down on my side, trying to count sheep to get myself to sleep. And everybody else was asleep. My brother was asleep on the top bunk. My mom was asleep, like sound asleep, and it was dark. All of a sudden, I see a dark figure, tall, lanky, like you could tell he was like super tall, skinny. He was sitting on the floor with his feet on the ground, so his like legs were kind of propped up, and he was leaning against his knees, and he had his head down. Obviously, I knew it wasn't an actual person because we had the door closed. No one else is in the house. So I knew right away that I was looking at a ghost. So I'm like, holy shit. Well, I didn't say holy shit in my head. I was young. But you know, I was like, oh my God. So I'm looking at him, and I'm trying to like focus my eyes. I did not get up for nothing in the world. I was not going to get up. I was not going to look closer. So I'm trying to like focus my eyes to see like the face kind of. As I go like this, like to squint and to look, he lifts his head up because he was like this, like leaning on his knees. His hands were leaning on his knees, and he had his head like down. Right? So as I was squinting to look at him, he lifts his head up, and uy, se me paran los pelos. But that freaked me. When I tell you freaked me the hell out, like I was like, oh my God, like he knows that I'm usually like, I don't know. I always heard like ghosts maybe do not know their surroundings or know who's around them. Sometimes they're just like going about whatever their day is in that moment. But he saw me. He starts getting up from the floor. And when I tell you that he was walking towards the bedroom, the amount of fear that I had inside me, I was like, oh my God, like he's going to possess me. Like I'm thinking the worst. Oh my God, he's going to possess. I tried to get my mother's attention, and I kid you not, like I wanted to scream, but for some reason, like my voice, it didn't come out. Like, and I'm like trying to like throw things at the bed to see if like I can get her attention. She was sound asleep. She was not hearing anything. I freaked the hell out. So what did I do? I'm young, obviously 10, maybe 10 years old, 11, whatever. I go and I just put the covers over my head, close my eyes, and in my head, I'm like, listen, do not open your eyes. Anything you hear, anything you feel, just don't open your eyes. Like that's what I said in my head. I just kept on saying that in my head. So, oh my God, look how cute this is. Off subject. This is adorable. It's a little pig. But yeah, so I put the covers over my head, and I didn't feel anything. I saw kind of like a shadow, like a silhouette of a body through my covers. But once I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm not opening my eyes. And I did not. So the next morning, I'm telling my mom the situation, and she's like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Maybe you were dreaming, blah, blah, blah. I know I wasn't dreaming. Like I absolutely know I was not dreaming. I want to say like a week pass. I didn't see it again. And we go visit my grandmother. And my grandmother lived in Manhattan. So we went to go visit her. And I'm telling my grandmother in Spanish, because obviously, you know, she's Puerto Rican. She speaks English, but I was telling her in Spanish that I saw like a ghost at night, whatever. And she was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, you know, did you feel fearful? Like, she was asking me questions. And I told her everything. All of a sudden, I go into her room and I see a picture, a black and white picture of what looked like the ghost. And immediately my hair stood up and I was like, oh my God. So I asked my grandmother, I'm like, who is this? And she's like, oh, that's your grandfather. Now, my grandfather, a little backup story. My grandfather is Italian and Sicilian, and he was in the military. He met my grandmother in Puerto Rico. They fell in love, blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. But the problem is I never got to know him because he died when I was a baby, like newborn. So I never got to know him. I never got to know that side of the family, which really sucks. You know, obviously I speak Spanish and I'm more in tune, or, you know, I associate myself more with my Puerto Rican side of the family, which is my grandmother and my mom and everyone else. But yeah, I do have some Italian, Sicilian, and, you know, from my grandfather, because that's what he was. Anyhow, so I never got to know, I didn't know who he was. And I swear, like, I never noticed that picture before in her house. I don't know if she just put it up. I don't know, but I swear I'd never noticed that picture. So I told her right away, I'm like, Grandma, that is the person I saw. And she's like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, like that is the person that I saw. She's like, Christine, then I don't think that he was, you know, there to hurt you. Obviously, I don't think he was, but he scared the shit out of me. So that didn't help the situation. So that was my first like encounter with a ghost. Obviously, I have seen ghosts and felt eerie feelings or felt like someone was around countless times. Like, I have so many stories, it's ridiculous, but we can't get into that now. I think that's like multiple videos. If you guys do want to see that, please let me know down in the comments. But seriously, it's been multiple times. One including the fact that I thought I was genius enough and brave enough to play with a Ouija board. That was like the first and only time, and I will never do that again. But that's another topic of conversation. Yeah, I've always had, I don't want to say a third eye because I don't know what it is. It's not like I'm walking around and I see like ghosts on the daily. It'll just randomly happen. Like, I'll go a year without seeing one, and all of a sudden it's crazy. It's insane. The last time I saw one before right now, I think I saw one. I don't know if I did or I'm just bugging. But the last time I saw one was in my mom's house. I went to visit her. And this was a year ago. Obviously, I saw her, you know, after that. But the last time I saw a ghost was in her house. And she lives in Kansas. So I went to visit her in her house with her husband. And it was late at night. I was going to get water. I was thirsty. I was walking towards the kitchen. And on the left of the kitchen, oh, this is yellow. On the left of the kitchen is it's like 3 or 4 stairs, and then you see the front door. I kid you not, there was some dark figure, and it looked clear as day, the silhouette of a person. I want to say it's a man because it was like very like broad shoulders, tall, and he was standing right in front of the door facing me. Now, the funny thing is that I think I'm so like, I don't want to say used to, because I don't want to like I don't want to speak that into existence of like having just random ghosts come to try to communicate with me or something. It's not like I could talk to them. It's nothing like that. But surprisingly, like, it startled me, but I wasn't as scared as when I first saw my first one. I'm not trying to be like those people that like talk to ghosts and like try to find out how they died. Like, I'm not about that life. I honestly to be completely honest, I don't even want to really see them. But I guess if you have that type of, I don't know if it's a third eye or you're just open to that type of thing, but I don't know. I don't have a choice at this point. So I want to know down below if you guys have ever witnessed or seen or felt a ghost. I know a lot of people don't believe in it, but I do. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, And you guys could believe me or not, but this is like real. Like, it's insane. The funny thing is that I've even had instances with my cousin in my aunt's house where we saw like ghosts and like apparitions of ghosts. We would hear like stuff in the kitchen, like just random crazy things. I remember one time my aunt was downstairs and obviously we were in my aunt's house. My aunt was downstairs in the kitchen and we were upstairs in my cousin's room. And I don't know what we were doing. We were just chit-chatting, whatever. And we hear my aunt from downstairs saying, "Stop it, guys." And we're like, what? Who's she talking to? And we knew she wasn't talking to anybody unless she was talking on the phone, but she wasn't talking to anybody in the house because it was just me, my aunt, and my cousin. So we were like, what is happening? So we asked my aunt, we were like, what? We went downstairs and we asked my aunt, like, what are you talking about? Like, what is going on? And she was like, guys, stop playing. I knew you guys were just here and you pulled my hair. And we noticed like she had a ponytail and everything was like straight, you know, like if she combed it, minus like I want to say like a big chunk, like almost like this, of like if someone pulled it out of the ponytail. So it was like sticking out. And she was like, I know somebody did this to me. Like somebody's joking. And I'm like looking at my cousin and she's looking at me and we're like, we just came from upstairs. And she's like, Christine, Leanna, like stop. Like I know one of you guys. And we were like, no, seriously. Like we just came from upstairs. We weren't down here at all. So she freaked out. We freaked out. It was just insane. And then after that, we would see a lady by the stairs. It was just like crazy. Like we would see a lady by the stairs in all white. And she always stood in a particular area of the stairs, like on the corner. Because it would be like stairs, a little landing, and then more stairs going down this way. So by the landing and the corner, like she would always stand there and just look at us. And it was just so weird. Like she would have like a white bata, white gown. And she would just always look at me and my cousin. And it just freaked us out. And then I remember one time we were sleeping downstairs because we wanted to like just sleep downstairs in the sofa bed downstairs in the living room. And this blush is not even showing. And we were sleeping in the living room. Well, not sleeping. We were chit-chatting, trying to sleep in the living room. And then all of a sudden, like we heard like shuffle in the kitchen, which was directly next to the living room. And we looked this way, like to look in the kitchen. Obviously the lights were off, but we saw a silhouette of what looked like an older, more heavy set lady in kind of like a maid's outfit, but it was all white. And she had like something white in her hair. I don't know if it was like the little maid thing. I don't know what it's called, the little hat that they wear, but it freaked us the hell out. It's funny, like I have to speak to her. I have to call her to see if she remembers like those situations, because I swear like we always saw ghosts. And it was like in other houses too. Once like my aunt left, once she moved, like it's crazy. Like I don't know if it's my family that they just, like my brother obviously said he saw things when he was younger. And when he came here recently, he said he felt something. And then my cousin, I don't know if it's that my family sees things or we're open to it, or I don't know, but a lot of people in my family have said that they have seen or felt ghosts at one point, which is really insane. Oh, this is so cute. So I don't know. It's insane. I don't know what the situation is with my family or with me, but so guys, I really want to have like an open discussion. This is like a little lip balmy thing. I want to have an open discussion. I want you guys to tell me if you've seen ghosts at some point or if you felt some type of presence around. Please let me know down below. Like I want to have this little conversation. I want to talk with you guys. I want to see if I'm the only one, which I'm sure I'm not, but if you guys do want me to film the video of talking about the situation of when I played the Ouija board with my brother, please let me know down below. Today I wanted to do something just simple, kind of get back in the groove of things. I know, guys, I haven't really been posting that much content, only because my son is in school, but he's online school, so it's like I'm the teacher, so it's insane. And my husband's out to sea, so that's another, like, it's just me by myself here, unless like my mom comes to visit, which is like once every 2 months or so. So it's been like really hectic in this house. But I definitely want to post more videos. Okay, so before I was interrupted, Jesus, take the wheel. I even forgot what I was talking about, but my camera just had turned off by itself. And there is absolutely no reason why it would turn off because the battery is at like 100%. And I don't know, it just turned off. So I don't know what that is, freaking me out. But what was I talking about? Halloween looks. I don't know if I'm gonna do like short videos on here or a full video or maybe a live. I don't know. You guys can give me your opinions on that. But I definitely want to do some Halloween looks because, you know, that's like my favorite all-time holiday. Out of all the holidays, it's my favorite. So I'm excited about that. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat with me while I do a light little makeup, no makeup type of look. I wanted to show you quick because this is freaking adorable. This is from Ciate, London. I purchased it a while ago online. I don't know when, but I think it was Mother's Day. Yeah, I think it was Mother's Day because they had a sale. But of course, I haven't gotten to review it or whatever just because of everything happening. I did purchase this along with a beauty blender that looks like a little pig nose, so that's cute. Lipsticks, Miss Piggy. This little Miss Piggy collection, which is like a face palette, which I did use for the blush, which looks like this. That's cute. And then I did have some of the Disney Pixar. Where is it? I didn't use it today because I was just so into the conversation that to try to do an eye look while talking about ghosts is just impossible. But this is the eyeshadow palette. Really cute. I love like this little contraption with how to open it, which is really weird. So it's kind of like you have to put it this way to open. Obviously this shadow, I guess it was pressed too lightly because it's damaged and I've never used it, but it's a glitter, so that's kind of expected. But the other ones I think are fine. There's a blush there. So this is really cute. I don't know if Ciate has it still on their website, but I thought it was a really cute little palette. So I got that. What was this? A lip shadow little thing. I'll open it at some point. Liners, which is really cute. Check on Ciate because I love their stuff. They have a lot of cute stuff, but this Miss Piggy little mirror is adorable. Like, I'm obsessed with this. I love this. And I love that beauty blender. But I was gonna close out this video and I went completely on a tangent. I'm sorry. My freaking camera freaked me out from turning off and I got all scrambled. But whatever you guys want to see next, please let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.